You already know where I'm going, man.
I know where you're going with it. What's up, Rob?
What's up, Shane?
Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, negotiations.
Mm-hmm.
According to Showtime exec Steven Espinosa, they've hit an impasse.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in negotiations, but you know the business of boxing.
Absolutely.
What's your thoughts on it?
Well, I'm going to tell you like this. I'm not obviously in those negotiations, but I will say with my experience in this game of boxing and behind the scenes, and even as a professional manager, when I see how Errol Spence is responding to social media with regards to his comments on social media, he's still training and working in the gym. He's not making a whole bunch of comments on the negotiations. His trainer, Derek James, is even talking about how they're not trying to be distracted by it. They still in the gym working. When I see and hear that, and then I look at Crawford, and when I see him not training as much as Spence, but when I hear him say, I want to fight, but we at an impasse, we have an issue. And I don't think the issue is Errol Spence. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't think the impasse is Errol Spence, because Errol Spence said it right in his post-fight interview, right in the ring. He said, I want Terence Crawford next. It's no different than watch the pattern of PBC, how they promote their fighters. When Danny Garcia was scheduled to fight Spence, before that, Danny Garcia jumped in the ring, and what did he say? I'm going to fight you next. And they fought next. When Sean Porter fought Danny Garcia, Errol Spence jumped in the ring, and what did he say? I want to fight you next, Porter, because you won. And what happened? They fought next. So if Spence is in the ring, and his post-fight interview saying, I want to take all belts, and I'm fighting Crawford next, and then we at an impasse, that's one of the telltale signs that you know it ain't Errol Spence and his team. You know what I mean? Because check this out. I met Terence Bud Crawford in December of 2020. We were both sitting ringside, front row at the Danny Garcia and Errol Spence fight. I met Terence Crawford. I walked up to him. I was just busting it up talking to him as a fan initially, and then I got my manager's hat on. And this is what I said then. I asked him, I said, Bud, I know why you're here. What you here for, Bud? I was joking. I said, what you here for, Bud? He said, you know why I'm here. And basically what we agreed to was he was there because he wanted to see if Errol Spence won, he would be in line to fight Errol Spence. And what I told Bud, I looked him dead in the eye, and I said, if you want that fight to happen quickly, you're going to have to either leave Bob Arum, or you have to do some kind of deal through Bob Arum to go over to PBC and make it happen. And the reason why I said that is because it's no different than Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, they were talking about him fighting, Mayweather, right? 5 years it took, obviously, but they got it in. They got the fight. But guess what happened with Pacquiao after he fought Mayweather? He went over to PBC and he signed that 2 or 3 fight deal. This is business. And so if Terence Bud Crawford want to fight with Spence, he know what he's going to have to do. Now, I have a question to the fans right now. Everybody kept saying, even Bud was saying this, that it was Bob Arum in Top Rank, right? Holding up the fight. Now Bob Arum is not in the negotiations. He's not even involved in it. So now who is it now that's causing the impasse if Bob Arum, wasn't around in the negotiations now? So obviously it's clear that it wasn't Bob Arum in them then. I'm just saying.
Is this a sign, not saying it's Bud or Spence, but is this a sign that it's normally money and maybe somebody having higher expectations than reality?
Absolutely. That's usually how it goes. A fighter might feel like they're entitled to make a certain amount of money. But let me tell you how managers, promoters, whether it be TV networks, and I'm including them as promoters as well, and they know why. But my point is, they look at the numbers. Jay-Z said this line. He said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. If you look at the numbers, and this is not just hearsay, this is all factual because I've done my research. If you look at the numbers, Bud Crawford has not ever made not even 300,000+ pay-per-view buys with Porter, his last fight, with Amir Khan, and even with Kell Brook. So if you're not even scratching the surface of 300,000 pay-per-view buys, or you're not a big ticket seller, how can we justify paying you 15 to 20 million when you fought Khan, your top dollar was only 5 million, but that was years ago. So how can you make 5 million? That's the most that you ever made. How can you come back and say I deserve 15 to 20? No. That's not how it works. We looking at your numbers, and then we comparing your numbers to somebody like Spence, and we know Spence sell out. He sell out pay-per-view, and he sell out tickets as far as the live gate, right? And this is another thing that people don't think about when they're looking at the A side. He has man-down promotions, Spence does. And I'm not advocating for the guy. I'm just talking facts right now, Mill, you know?
Yeah.
He has man-down promotions. So he should get the lion's share. He's coming in with his own promotion company. He sells more tickets than Bud as far as live gate, and he does way more numbers on pay-per-view than Bud. These are facts, okay? So what I would say to Bud, if I was managing him, if they offer us at least $10 million and at least maybe 70, 30, 60, 40 on pay-per-view, we going to take that. You know why? Because we know we can beat Spence. But if there's some kind of doubt, or if you want to use it as a retirement check, now I see where the impasse is really coming in at. Just my personal opinion and observation, that's all.
Okay. Marty, thank you. I appreciate
I get
you,
animated sometimes, Mill, you know what I mean?
No, that was good, man. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you.